You ever have one of those mornings where the air just feels different, like the world's off its axis and nobody told you? Yeah, that was me the day everything went down with Lydia and Karen. Trust me, if you think stories about HOA presidents are just jokes, you haven't lived in my shoes. I'm Max, single dad to Lydia, who's got this rare neuromuscular thing that means she's got braces on her legs, but a heart about 10 times the size of most people in this zip code. She's 10. And somehow she's figured out how to handle life's curveballs with a gentleness I wish I could bottle up and sell to the rest of the world. So here's how it all kicked off. It was supposed to be a lazy Saturday, just me and Lydia heading for a stroll around the block, then maybe dipping our toes at the pool. She likes the way the water feels. Says it's like her pain floats away for a minute. Our neighborhood's got this picture-perfect vibe. Manicured lawns, everyone waving for the holidays. And an HOA that seems to think they're the Vatican of suburbia. I'd only been here 8 months. Figured it'd be a quiet place for Lydia to just be a kid, you know? Walking to the pool, Lydia's slow, careful with her braces. She keeps glancing at the sign about members only and a laundry list of rules. No glass, no roughhousing, no this, no that. She asks, barely above a whisper, if she's allowed in. I tell her, yeah, we live here. This is her home, too. She flashes me this shy little smile, like maybe the world isn't so bad after all. And then, boom, here comes Karen. I didn't know it was her at first. Just this woman with a helmet of hair, arms crossed so tight you'd think she was keeping her heart from escaping. She starts in on us. Something about pool guidelines and special permissions. I try to keep it cool. We're just here for a few minutes. My daughter likes the water. We're not breaking any rules. But she's already circling, eyeing Lydia's braces like they're radioactive. And when she asks about documentation, flashing her badge like she's the sheriff, it hits me. Oh, this is that Karen. The one neighbors whisper about when they think nobody's listening. The one who finds you if your mailbox is crooked. Lydia's shrinking into herself, asking if she did something wrong. And every instinct in me wants to snatch her up and storm out, but I won't let Karen steal her morning. I wrap my arm around her and tell her we're not doing a thing wrong. Kara huffs off, tossing threats over her shoulder. Something about special children and standards, but I see Lydia's day is already clouded. We bail for a while, but later, after some ice cream and pep talks, we circle back for the neighborhood pool party. Lydia's nervous but determined. I figure, hey, a crowd might be good for her, and surely not everyone's a Karen. The place is buzzing. Kids everywhere. Music, the smell of sunscreen and barbecue. Old Frank from down the block gives Lydia a wink, says not to mind Karen. She's all bark, no bite. I want to believe him. Lydia starts to relax. Even makes a friend, a girl named Rosie, who invites her to play with floaties in the shallow end. For a second, I see Lydia just being a kid, giggling, forgetting the stares and whispered comments that follow her in most places. I leave for a moment to grab some lemonade, feeling almost normal. Then everything crashes down. I hear shouting, turn around, and see Karen looming over Lydia, voice like a buzz saw, accusing her of contaminating the water, pointing at her braces, talking about health risks. Before I can close the distance, Karen's got her hand on my daughter's neck, pinning her down, and Lydia's face goes beet red, eyes wide with terror. People freeze, nobody sure what to do, but I snap. I bellow for Karen to let her go, yank her hands away, and suddenly all eyes are on us. Karen's shouting about her authority, threatening to have us banned. And for a moment I almost lose it. I want to do something stupid, but Lydia needs me steady. People are filming, someone calls 911, and I'm holding Lydia while Karen's still going off about rules. Property values, kids like her. The police show up, 2 officers, one older, one younger. And they piece it together real quick after seeing the marks on Lydia's neck and a dozen witnesses with phone videos. Karen tries to spin it, says she was protecting the pool, but nobody's buying it. They cuff her right there, reading her rights as she shrieks about lawsuits and connections. Some folks are shocked. Others are relieved like a weight's lifted. We head home, but Lydia's rattled. She winces, touching her neck, asking why that woman hated her so much. I tell her some people are afraid of what they don't understand, but it's not her fault. Next morning, I'm talking to the police, giving statements, taking Lydia to urgent care for documentation, bruises, trauma, the works. Neighbors come out of the woodwork with stories about Karen, her fines, her threats, her total lack of empathy. Suddenly, we're not alone. The HOA has an emergency meeting. Karen's lawyer claims it's all a misunderstanding, that she was just worried about pool safety. I tell the board what really happened. By the end, there's not a dry eye in the room, and they vote unanimously. Karen's out as president. She threatens lawsuits, but nobody's scared. The evidence is just too strong. But it's not over. Lydia's shaken, nightmares every night, clings to me during the day, worries people will blame her for Karen's downfall. I stay home from work, keep her close, do my best to keep the world at bay. I kept quiet about my past in law enforcement, but now neighbors know I'm not just some dad. I'm someone who knows the law, and suddenly people start believing there'll be real justice. Karen's back in the neighborhood after posting bail, but the vibe's different. Neighbors bring Lydia little gifts, homemade cards, offer support in ways I never expected. One kid draws her a superhero with braces, fighting a monster labeled hate. That laugh Lydia gives, man, I hadn't heard that in weeks. At the courthouse, Karen's lawyer tries to get a plea deal. The prosecutor's got videos, medical records, witnesses lined up. There's no way out. Judge sets it for trial unless they settle. Karen looks smaller, older, like the world's finally pressing down on her. Eventually, she pleads guilty to misdemeanor assault with enhancements, community service, no more HOA roles, a restraining order, the works. The HOA updates its rules, adds a new clause about respecting neighbors with disabilities. The new president, Joanne, apologizes, says they're installing handrails and mats at the pool, making it accessible for everyone. Lydia's counselor helps her cope, and she starts bouncing back. One day, she even asks if we can walk by the pool just to see the lights. That first time back, her hands shaking in mine, but then she smiles, sees kids laughing, people waving, the world shifted. Karen's gone from a looming threat to a silent cautionary tale. Now and then I spot her. Head down, no more power trips. I'm not sure if she's learned anything. Maybe not, but that's her road, not ours. A few months on, Lydia's confidence is through the roof. She joins an art club, tries wheelchair basketball, even cracks jokes about how the only thing dangerous about the pool is dad's cannonballs. The neighborhood feels lighter. People actually talk to each other. Kids play without looking over their shoulders. A dad with a special needs daughter tells me Lydia gave him courage to bring his girl out in public, to stop hiding from busybodies like Karen. And, that's what sticks with me. Not the fear, not the anger, but the way standing up, just refusing to be bullied, changes everything. Lydia's story became this spark for real community. The kind you hope for, but hardly see. Her nightmares faded. She stopped flinching at the sound of a raised voice. And each day, she seems taller, surer of her place in the world. The last time we sat by the pool, just me and Lydia, sun glinting off the water, her braces beside her on a towel, I watched her splash, giggling about turtles and future swim lessons. There's a new sign at the pool now. All residents welcome. Respect is mandatory. Simple, but it says everything. Because after all we went through, after all Karen's authority and threats, what mattered was the choice to stand together for what's right. So, yeah, if you're ever wondering whether it's worth it to push back when someone tries to bully you or your kid, let me just say this. One act of courage can ripple through a whole neighborhood, maybe even further. What do you think? Was I right to press charges? Is there ever a reason to let someone like Karen off the hook? Or do communities owe it to themselves to stand up, no matter how messy it gets? I'd love to hear your take. Because this isn't just my story. It's everybody's fight, and I'm hoping the next time someone like Karen tries to flex their authority, the whole block's already standing strong.